My name is Saif Morrison, and this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, and Team DC Lucky.
What's up?
Hey, our guest this week is going to be Brandy Korth to start off with. We're going to go through Ray Pimley and also Joshua Tatu. So let's start. We're going to start off today. Brandy Korth. Brandy was a first-time competitor at this weekend's event. She did base race 129.9, and during the Beat the Boss challenge, I used her vehicle to handily take down, what was his name? Lord of Bass Manny. Welcome, Brandy.
Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. So this particular show, in case you haven't seen us or been part of this, we talk about the show that happened the previous weekend and the upcoming show this following weekend. Lucky does a show called Basshead Diaries. That we more focus on the competitors. So we're going to talk a little bit to you, being a new competitor. Lucky's show, we go more towards the, seasoned competitor is a good way to put it. So, hey.
Sorry, everybody. Let me just apologize real quick. Yep. I'm looking down like constantly. I just want to let everybody know I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm sharing the live feed right now. So just so you see my head down, don't worry. I am paying attention.
Yes. And so besides all that stuff, so we're going to talk to you about the show that happened this weekend. So what classes did you complete in as a total? They're always towards you, Brandy. Yes.
Oh, I only did the base race, 129.9.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead, Lucky.
No, so I love doing base race. So you did the 129.9.
Yes.
And did you win? So I was there. Sorry to cut you off. So I was there from the beginning, but I wasn't there too long. I think I was there till I don't even know, maybe 2:00 or something like that. And I just wasn't really feeling well. So I didn't get to watch everything, and I didn't get any footage. So who did you go against, and what was the outcome of that one?
So I went against Lord of Bass Manny.
Okay.
And when I qualified, so that was the first time I had ever really even tested my system against, anything. So I had tested it that morning. I had a friend test my stuff in the morning, and he was like, do 129.9, you'll be fine. And then Doug said, listen, she's new. Let's have Dave Bradshaw help her figure it out. And so he did. He sat in with me and he was like, okay, this is what you do. You set your volume, you set your bass, you do this, and this, told me what to do. And so then I, pre-qualified. And then when I went
what your score was?
That's what I was just going to ask, what your score was.
I think it was 129.8.
Yeah.
Well,
not bad for a first timer, huh?
So 129.98 or your qualifying score?
129.
I think she was
like
0.88, I think, or 8.
Which is still good for the first time. That's still great. That's still good.
Yeah.
So of course I was excited because I built, put my system in, did everything, and all of a sudden, please answer that. And all of a sudden, sorry.
No.
Anyways, I was happy, hey, my system works, everything is good.
Right.
So when I went up to race, I had already, figured out, okay, I need this volume. I know how to control my bass knob. I know all this stuff. Like, no problem, right? Well, then my voltage started dropping. And then I'm like, oh no, it's not going to be the same. So then everybody's like, hey, up, up, up. You need everything up, up, up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I have, my family was there. I took my 4 kids and my husband because it was going to be my first time competing. And I was like, hey,
Right.
let's family event. So we go
Absolutely.
out and we made it a family event. And so I get up there to do that, and it felt like a disaster. So then I'm like messing with the volume, messing with the bass, and I get it to 126, then I get it to 128, and I was like, oh, this is so frustrating, because I see his numbers and he's always 129.8 or whatever. And I'm like, this isn't fair. And so then Doug stepped in my car. He's like, hey, can I borrow your car for a minute? And I said, sure. And so he got in, and yeah, he won. He beat.
So
Yeah.
go ahead, Lucky.
One of the things that for me, what helped me, because that's what screwed me up in the beginning when I was first started competing in base race and stuff, Top Dog, is I was always focusing on them, because I was like, oh my God, they're going to beat me. What are they at? What are they at? And I learned myself this just works for me. I don't even pay attention to what the hell they got on their screen. I'm looking just dead at my score, and I get up to, as close as I can to the 9.9. And then I'll quickly glance at what they have, because there's been times when I first started competing that I'm going up and I would bust out and they were way below me. So I didn't even have to go to a 9, even a 6, you know what I mean? Because they're way under, but I'm focused too much on mine. So I always get up as close as I can, and then I'll glance over and see if I'm way ahead of them, or if they're right on my tail, then I know, okay, now it's time to focus. But yeah, so a little advice is next time, don't even look at theirs, get where you feel comfortable at, and then just quickly glance, and then that's it, and then worry about yourself. Yeah.
Hey, ask her about her bass knob, Lucky.
What about your bass knob? What happened?
Oh, did we lose you, Brandy?
Oh, she froze.
She did.
She buckled under pressure. She buckled under questioning. Now we know she can never get interrogated, dude, or else we're done.
So anyway, so let's I'll tell you about it. So you see how she has all that anime crap or whatever all over her back of her window.
Hey, that's her kids' anime. It's awesome.
If you can hear us, Brandy, come back in, okay? Anyway, so
we lost her.
We did lose her. She will come back in.
Gone.
Oh, it's looking ugly.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it. Yeah. So what about her bass knob?
Oh, so anyway, her bass knob is kind of looks like a Pokemon ball, but it's in the kind of looks like a shape of the Pokemon balls, but it has the decoration as if it's one of those anime heads.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Who was it? Was it Hana? I can't remember who it was. I don't know nothing about those characters. But somebody had a humongous character, and in the head was the bass knob, and I was just like, I don't know how. That's a really good conversation piece, and that's cool to like for looks, but using that thing to like bass race or just use as a bass knob, I can't get it. But if it works for her, then it works.
Yep. No, and like I said, she did really good. But hey, since she's out of here right now, why don't we take a peek where I was using her vehicle against Lord of Bass Manny. So let me pull up my video here. Bam. Oh, wrong one. Oh, there it is, YouTube.
Yeah, Dave said Pana does.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull this up. If you want to watch that on your screen, you'll be able to see that. So let me pull this up. This is me against Lord of Bass Manny. I learned a couple of things on this video. So next time I'm going to shoot it from my computer screen, the scoreboard, so that it's facing the right way. Because in this video, is she back? There she is. We're going to watch this real quick. This is me using your car, Brandy, if you can hear me. So this is me using your car in, Beat the Boss. Me against Manny. All right?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I had to jump on my cell phone. We've been having internet problems today, so sorry.
Okay, he's in a show video right now.
the video's frozen on me. I don't like that at all.
Oh, we are bombing tonight.
Oh, we are so bombing. Let me see if this one works. No.
That's
Let's see
okay.
here.
Somebody said something about my bass knob. Did you ask?
We already went over all that. Yeah.
Yes, we did. Oh, that's a horrible thing. Anyway, so you guys can watch that video. I'm gonna go back to the main page. I didn't go through and test all this stuff prior to the show. That's my bad. I was making
We
my
are
wife
bombing.
dinner. I know. I was making my wife dinner, so I didn't.
Let's kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up. So what do you got?
That's
Oh, unmute yourself, Brandy.
All right.
Okay.
There we
So, what type of system are you running?
Yeah.
So I have two Sound Audio 12s.
Sound audio?
Yeah, Sound
Okay.
Audio.
Not familiar with that brand. Go ahead.
And oh, maybe it's something different.
Sound
then.
Digital, or I don't know about what other brands are Sound something? I don't even know.
Stream.
SoundStream. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that. That was
and
one of
then
my
there's
first.
Sound Digital. But anyway,
Yes. So and then Smart 3K
uh-huh.
for the rear, and then I have an AGM 31 battery in the back.
Okay.
So you said you were losing voltage just doing base race at 129.9. You were
Right.
losing voltage on that?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever heard of that for 129.9?
But it wasn't just the base race that it was doing that to me. It's like my whole system was not happy. So I don't know if it's my alternators going out. Could be because
It
it's
could
stock
absolutely be.
alternators.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's odd for 129.9 to drop voltage. That's,
Oh.
I mean, you can pretty much do it on a stock
There-
system, no problem.
Woody
Right.
McDonald says it's a Sundown Audio SA12.
There you go. Okay.
That's like a
Sundown,
sound.
Yeah, that's what I first started with, was all Sundown. Sundown Audio. I had everything in my truck, RCAs, everything.
Mhm.
And then I switched over to DC Audio.
So I'm guessing your friend was Woody McDonald that helped you out.
It is. That's
It
who got
is.
me into it.
That's awesome. So I just want to hit real quick. You said you brought your 4 kids and your husband.
Yeah.
That wasn't your first show though, correct?
Correct.
So what
So
have
my
you attended?
my older daughter and I have went to like 4 shows, I think. I think we started in February at like the birthday bash or something.
Okay.
And so her and I went to that one, and I took a friend to that one too. And then her and I went to the next one, and then the next one I went by myself. And then this one I took everybody with me.
Going
So
by yourself, that says a lot right there. That shows you're really interested in it, for sure.
Yeah. Well, because I was like, dude, I have a system, so I might as well compete. There's not
Right.
it's stopping me now.
Right.
Hey, so with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to anybody that's hesitant to get in the lanes and actually try and compete?
Good question.
Oh, well, I think that you should just try anything. So if you have something, just try it. The worst that's going to happen is you bomb and something catastrophic goes wrong. Well, you maybe blow up your system. I mean, Woody's blown up a speaker, so I've watched that. So it's, not fun for him, not money wise, not anything wise, but that's the worst that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not
That's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody, because we see them, we can spot them a mile away. People that haven't competed before, and you can see they want to go out there and learn, but they're nervous. That's what I tell them all. There's nobody here. Nobody is going to laugh at you if you lose. Nobody's going to rag on you. People are going to help you. They're going to come over and tell you, just like you experienced, So yeah, that's good advice. Is if you got a system, get in there. The worst that's going to happen, you might lose. But how many times have we seen a new person come in first time ever and win?
Well, she
and
got
go home with
second,
a-
right?
Yeah, second. Exactly, second place.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. I just feel that, I always try everything different. So it was just something that interested me, and I said, I'm just going to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's what I teach my kids, all my kids, just try something new.
Yeah.
So does that mean
So-
we're going to see you at more shows?
Yes.
Awesome.
So have you always been into loud stereos and all that? Or is this something that just got put in your vehicle like recently, and then you said, hey, I want to go check this stuff out? Or have you always been into like the car audio?
No, I've always been into car audio, and I haven't had a system for about, I want to say like 15 years. And so I
Ooh.
had a set, I had two JLs in a box. They were 10s, and they were in a, custom box and everything. And they were up on my shelf in my garage. And I was like, I need these put in. And so we went through some family stuff here about 4 years ago where my husband was hospitalized and things just didn't go well. And so we've been kind of recouping from that. And so I had asked Woody, I was like, listen, like I have this system. Can I put it in? And he was like, oh, yeah. He goes, I'll help you. And so he did. He helped me with my first system, put that in for me. And so it was a lot more simple than what I have right now because I do have a line out converter too. So I had to do an LC2I because newer cars are a lot different to work on than
They
the
are.
older systems.
So let me get this straight. You yourself were going to put your system in?
I asked Woody to do my first one because
Mhm.
it was, I was terrified. I'm terrified of batteries and
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
And that I don't want to be shocked to death.
No, yeah.
and so I was pretty scared. And so he, offered to help. And then for the second one, we kind of found the system. Kyle actually helped me
Kyle Ernie.
navigate.
Call Ernie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he helped me navigate on what to get. And he was like, you want a second battery? You want this? You want, and I was like, all right, done.
All
But
right.
as far so where I was going with that though is how to do it though. So I know so you said you're scared or whatever, but
I actually did my second system. I put in the battery. I did everything. Modified my car, did the line out converter. So I've tapped all my wires. I've run wires and everything.
Doug, I gotta go now. I'll see you later.
'Cause-
It's been fun. Hey, Car Audio World, it was fun knowing everybody. I'm done. No, the reason I say that is I don't know how to do like 98% of the stuff. So the fact that you know how to do it, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah.
And now I feel like just so small. I'm just
No, don't
but that's
small.
awesome though.
Honestly, if I would have had the money, I probably would have paid somebody to do it for me because it did. It took me a long time. It was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of, I want to give up and not do this. And
Yeah.
I persevered and I just did it because I was like, no,
That's
I'm going to
awesome.
prove everybody wrong that told
Yeah.
me you're not going to do that. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. People just don't put in their own systems.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, fuck me.
That's awesome. My hat's off to you. My hat's off to you on that one. We worked on
Bradshaw made a comment in there just for you, Lucky. Says, yeah, Lucky
Did
McGovern,
it-
have her teach you.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
could.
Dave Bradshaw. When you address me, you call me daddy. Anyway, so but yeah, that's really, really awesome. That's good stuff. So this weekend I actually got my hands dirty myself and was working on the piggy bank. I had a lot of help from some friends up in Reno. Some new people I met, and then Josh Tatu, who's a good friend of mine. So yeah, so just that's good stuff hearing that you install. I love it.
So the other thing I have for you is you said you brought your husband and your 4 kids.
Right.
How did you feel that event was for a family event? I mean, I really put them out as family events, but
Right.
you as a individual, how did you feel that was
It was
portrayed
hard.
correctly?
It was hard to keep the kids busy because my
Okay.
kids, I mean, I got 4 girls. And so my oldest is interested in it. My youngest, she could care less. My 2 middle ones, they were like, well, we'll just sit in the car with our phones or our, tablets. And so, and they didn't have an interest in it. And there wasn't, when there's not really much for them to do, they just kept to themselves. And
How old
so,
are they, if you don't mind me asking? How old are your kids?
okay, so my oldest is 16, and then I have a 13, 12, and 7.
That
Okay,
sounds like hair
okay.
trick victims. I mean,
Right.
participants.
Yes, and actually Woody has given my oldest daughter a hair trick in his car. So
Yeah, the reason I was asking that is because the more people that do bring their kids, the more people that have kids will start bringing theirs, because that's the problem. Is a lot of times, yeah, a lot of times the problem is you bring your kids out there, there's no other kids, so they're bored. So that's
Yeah.
like me and Josh Tatu, his son Jackson, and if I do come do a show and I have my son Sean with me, then they're playing together, they're skateboarding and everything. So
Right.
the more people that do bring their kids, the better, man, because they could do their thing while we do ours. And some kids are
Right.
actually really interested in cardio. So like Marvin Benson, his son's all about it. He's watching what's going on. He knows what you're running in your system. He'll tell you what you did wrong. And there's
Yeah.
some kids out there that their kids compete in the
Oh, yeah.
power wheel class. So that's
I'm
another.
hoping I'm hoping that my oldest daughter will take it, take interest in that, because she's taken interest in it so far and she really likes it and she likes it
Awesome.
on competing. And so now it's like, oh, maybe I should do this too. And
Yep.
I always feel that you should always, have plenty of things for your kids to get into so that
Right.
they don't get into trouble.
Right. Totally agree. So what's your plans for competing, as far as like, do you see yourself to, you're going to keep going to shows? Do you plan on,
Right.
hey, I hope I make it to finals, or like, what's your plans?
So my plan right now is to practice a little bit. So I have a meter for myself coming.
Yes. Did you
with a
get it
line
from,
bar.
did you get it from DB Drag, Wayne Harris?
No, it was another company.
Okay.
SSA.
And so anyways, I ordered one because I was like, I need that because I need to practice. Like I want to try to do this and I want to see how my system holds up at different levels too.
Look
Okay.
at that, dude.
So,
You're blowing me away.
so the thing is, though, if you do get a meter, it may not have the base race function because it's not a term
Right.
lab system. So
Right.
that's the downside of it.
You guys do have that.
Say again?
I
You have that.
Yes, that's proprietary to term lab.
Okay.
So
So
that's the issue possibly.
yeah, what I highly recommend, if it's in the budget, is getting like the Magnum Turn Pro, or even just the regular Turn Pro. It ain't even got to be the Magnum. The Magnum
Yep.
one is the one for two mics, so you could just get the regular one. But when I started wanting to learn everything as far as the competition, the meter, and everything, I wanted what they were using. That way, it's the same thing. I don't know. I hear people talking about the SSA. What's the difference between the SSA and if they got an actual Turn Pro? What's the difference?
Software.
Okay, so
So the thing is, legally, SSA is using the patent by Term Pro. So
okay,
so they are using, so the hardware is very similar. So
okay,
they've copied it, and that happens to be a legal issue currently. But
Mhm.
I'm not sure about SPL Labs. That might be the same thing as SSA, or but anyway. So whenever you see a sensor system similar to the Term Lab, that was patented by Term Pro DB Drag. Now, none of those companies have the same software because obviously Wayne's constantly changing the software.
right,
One thing that you wouldn't know, Brandy, but at every show, we're using fresh, brand new software just
okay,
because I do more shows than anybody in the world. So Wayne says, hey, I got this new thing. Take it at your show. And
yeah,
then I figure out if there's any issues with it, and then before it goes out into the public for consumption.
yeah. Term Lab's the way to go.
Yes.
It's a little bit pricey, but it's the way to go. And I'll tell you what, when I was really on my A game is when I had one of those, and I was sitting in my car for 2 hours just straight, just base race, doon, and just going and going and going. And yeah, that will up your game, and it'll show you a lot, if you're testing for your peak frequencies and all that stuff. It'll just help you a lot. So I preach to everybody, man, if you're going to compete and be serious about this, get a term lab for sure.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Um, the other thing I was going to tell you is, are you going to try and do the World Finals thing, or no?
I don't know. I did it more as fun for
Yep.
now, so we'll see. I mean, somebody might twist my arm into it.
I don't think it's going to be very hard.
Yep. Yep.
I did notice in the chat here, your husband, I'm taking, that's Michael, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Michael, your husband, says she's a straight A college graduate 5 years ago. She's super smart. He's trying to get some brownie points with you.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. It's all true, but he's trying to get those brownie points.
Yeah, there's people actually. Raymond says he'll pay $200 for Brandy to take out Dave Bradshaw in the 129.9.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
awesome.
probably ask him the next time because he probably won't be burping next time. He'll probably, do the real thing.
Do the base
Did you do
race.
any other? Did you do any other classes when you were there? Just the base race, and that was it.
Just the base
Just the
race.
base
That
race.
was it.
Okay.
I just signed up for one just to get my feet wet.
Yeah.
Okay. And was I wrong that it's a lot of fun?
Oh, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Get your heartbeat going.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, dude, it's definitely an adrenaline rush. Let me tell you, man. At the first World Finals, everybody knew like that I was just bad anxiety, nervous as shit, and I was told, hey, World Finals, you tie, you got to get outside your truck, man, and play outside. If you tie, so I ended up tying and I tied again, so we had to get out the vehicles. And there were people filming my hands like this because that's how nervous I was. But when you're done, it's just like, whoo, that was fun. It's like a roller coaster. Your heart's beating, you're going crazy. But when it's over, you're like, yeah, that's it. So
Just
you're gonna
real drag racing if you've ever done that.
done what? If I've ever done what?
Real drag racing.
Oh, no,
dude,
no.
I love drag racing. That's why I have a 480 horsepower to the rear wheels 74 Trans Am in my garage right now. I bought it from the racetrack. It was doing 11.6 seconds in the quarter when I bought it. 11 seconds in a quarter mile. It's a little fun. I will agree.
So here's a funny one for you. I did a live when I was coming home from Reno. I was beat. I was tired. And I joined a club, a really select few. And I told everybody, I said, hey, and believe it or not, it was actually the live feed before that somebody messaged me and they go, hey, man, what the hell happened to your wrist? Right. And I didn't think nobody would catch it, but so I got this gnarly, and I'll see if Doug will know about this.
Uh-huh.
So I'll take the Band-Aid off real quick. So I don't know how people caught that, because I was keeping my arms down and everything, but I gradually go up like this, and somebody's like, the hell did you do to your wrist? And I was like, oh, nothing. So when I go up to Josh's house, I see a guy there, and he's got a very similar scar right there. Nice little mess up, I'll say. What's it from, Doug? Do you know?
Let me guess. It has something to do with installing an alternator and you fall off a bolt with a wrench.
Nope. No. So, even better.
Okay.
Installing lithium, wearing a watch, and
that's awesome. And your watch blows up.
Dude, so check this out though. I have a very expensive Invicta watch. And the first thing I did is I looked to make, and my skin melted all over that watch. So here's the thing. Yep. When it did the whole bzzz, and I was like, oh shit. And I was shaking my hand. Now my Band-Aid won't go back on. I'm shaking my hand. I'm like, oh shit. It's burning. The watch is getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It didn't it didn't stop. It kept getting hotter. And I'm trying to snap this thing and get it off my wrist. And there was skin all over that thing. I mean, it tore me up good. But so that's what it was from. And so the guy, coincidentally, that I'm up at Josh's, his was worse than mine. And we looked at each other. I'm like, you got the same thing I got. And he goes, ever touch the lithium with the watch? And I was like, oh my God, dude. Yeah. So that's what it's from. Don't ever touch lithium with your watch.
All right. Hey, real quick, if you guys, we are going to say goodbye to Brandy. We got Ray sitting in backstage right now.
All righty.
And so, but Brandy, I really appreciate you coming on with us today. I love your insights in the competition because, I'm really going to try and bring on new people and what they feel. By any chance, are you coming to Reno this weekend for the Reno show? It's a
yes.
show.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, see, there it is.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's a great thing. The other thing I can tell you is you said your middle daughter's 12?
Yes.
I may be able to use her at the show. I'm sure she's somewhat computer savvy, and then I may have a paid position for her at the show. But I can talk to you about that later.
Okay.
But once again, I want to really thank you for coming out. I hope you had a great time at the show. You got a dog
I
tag
did.
for your first show. That's
Nice.
unusual. Normally, we give out
Yep.
trophies. I'm sure you've
Right.
seen them. So when you come to the next show, come have fun. And like I said, I can't thank you enough for participating in the event.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
All right.
Absolutely.
You guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
You too.
All right, switch her out, Lucky.
All right. Let's see here.
And we are going to switch to Ray Pimley. And while he's setting up Ray Pimley, kick her out, Lucky.
Kick her out.
Yep.
Um,
While you were setting up Ray Pimley, I want to tell you guys, if you guys are watching this on a different page, we can't see your comments unless you comment on the Sonic FX page, just so you guys know. Also, if you are watching this anywhere on any stage, please share, like this thing. We'll have this on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and up on YouTube shortly after the conclusion. But right now, share and like this as much as we can all over Facebook, and we'll go from there.
Because if you don't, I will.
Good afternoon, Ray. How are you today,
Hey, how's
sir?
it going? You guys hear me good?
Yes, sir.
All right, great.
Little echoey. If you had earbuds, that would be better, but
No,
we can hear you fine.
I'd have to go find them, but yeah, I was rushing home, so still dressed up, but
That's
You
cool.
look sexy, man. You look sexy.
appreciate it.
So Ray, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself real quick, what you have to do with the car audio competition this last weekend?
So you're referring to Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was the IASCA and MECA judge. So those are two separate organizations. I primarily am an IASCA judge. I'm certified 3X now. I'm going to be bringing more shows to Northern California, kind of expanding IASCA again. Chemo used to be kind of the primary IASCA judge here, if you guys know who Chemo is. And then I've kind of picked up that mantle and I'm going to go forward with that, working with Travis and everyone in the Northwest, kind of linking the whole West Coast together is my goal. So bring some shows down here, work with Doug, I work with Richard a lot with Mecca. So that's why I was able to do the Mecca 1X alongside of it. So, so that's an option. If people want to have more judges come out to events, make the events bigger, we can bring multiple orgs now. I think we have a lot of people who can cover that. As far as my background, I've been a competitor for years. I still on the side, if the event allows me, I can still compete. I hold some records still. So I've been competing for probably 6 or 7 years now. Did DB drag, been to finals before. I've done USAC, IASCA, Mecca. So I've been pretty experienced with those things. And now I figured I got to the point where I'm slowing down a little bit. I've kind of, downsized my builds. But I wanted to kind of still give back and be a part of the community. And I felt like, judging would be great because there was this void and we needed to get IASCA kind of back on the map out here. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Very nice. Just so the people that didn't know, we ended up raising over $1,400 at that
Nice.
event this weekend. So
Nice.
thank you to the competitors that were participating. I know not everybody competed, and some people just did a straight donation and whatnot. But I do know we were over $1,400 when it was all said and done. So thank you to all the
Nice.
competitors this weekend.
That's awesome.
Anything that you saw this weekend, Ray, that kind of stood out to you from the show?
One mention, and I was talking to him earlier, Dave Bradshaw he hasn't set it yet, but he has tied the world record right now for his class in IASCA.
Okay.
I've been talking to him a little bit about, how we're going to be able to get better there. And we're going to probably put together a show or something for the competitors to kind of get out, work with me one-on-one and get their scores fine-tuned so that for Surf City, they can come up and reset their record and actually put their name on the board. And so he's kind of one of the people I wanted to shout out that I noticed. And, otherwise everyone did really well and it was fun. And I want to, continue working with everyone. So.
No, absolutely. anybody that knows me, anybody that's heard me on these live feeds, anybody that's even asked me in public or in private, doesn't matter. Uh, uh, Lucky there, Killian, any of those guys, they'll attest that I'll never bad talk, and I'll always support any organization. It doesn't matter what organization it is. I want people to participate and have fun. And you know what? Maybe DB drag isn't your thing, but maybe Ayaska is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's where you have your fun, go compete in Ayaska. Even if you
Yeah.
don't have as much fun in Ayaska and DB drag's your mainstay and your focus, if an Ayaska event comes up, go try it out. Go have fun in there and just
Yeah.
see what it's like. I mean, their classing is a little complicated to somebody new, but that's why the judge is there. The judge Ray's there. He's gonna help you out. He'll probably do the same thing I do, where he's gonna point you into a direction of, hey, that's a seasoned competitor. He can look at your system and kind of help classify you. So, am I correct in all this, Ray?
Right. Yeah. And I was just thinking back, like when I was competing, I personally went to shows, or I liked going to shows more often that had all the extra orgs. So if you had multiple orgs, it really made the trip worthwhile. And I would purposely sign up for every single possible class I could afford or was available. And then at the end of the day, I'd, be sitting there with like a dozen trophies sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, well, what did you do? I said, I signed up for everything.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that's a lot of money, but like, if you're into that sport and this is what you want to do, that's how you get your name on the board, and that's how you get opportunities to make records. That's how you get experience, and that's how you really learn. So I suggest to people, at least if your budget isn't that big, at least try something else out. But you'll find your favorite thing and what you're good at, and just all the fun of it.
Yeah. So in DB drag, if there's a brand new competitor and they're looking to have fun, I say, hey, there's nothing more fun than base race and top dog. That's the go-to things if you're just having fun. If you just want to demo your vehicle, then we have a class for that, Cyclone. But in general, if you're looking to just get your feet wet and have fun, I say base race top dog. What does that do? What do you do in your organization that you would suggest a new person try?
Right now, the one I throw out a lot is base boxing, and
Yes.
I say that because everyone wants to demo. It's like the big thing these days, and I've had demo builds, and it's like, proving like, hey, this demo build gets with it. So the whole idea with base boxing is it's different than anything else. Is that you have kind of 3 rounds of things you have to do. So when I quickly explain it, it's going to be music for 30 seconds, and it's going to take an average of that. And each round is going to be a different orientation of your vehicle. So you're going to be putting your system through its paces and really proving like, hey, is this thing capable? So the first round is you're going to be sealed up, everything sealed up, 30-second run. It's going to take that average, save the score, and then you're going to get prepared for another run. And you'll be switching songs, and you'll be opening the driver's door. And that presents a new challenge because now you've had to test for sealed, you have to test for door open. And then the third round, the final round, is both doors open, which is usually the most challenging for any system. A lot of people, their systems will unload a little bit. And it's like, how much did you test? Did you find the right song for that scenario? Did you get your teammates to come and help you be blockers and close those gaps back up with your open doors? So that really adds like this element of surprise because you could qualify, and the qualifying allows you to kind of pick out which orientation you want your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And you qualify really strongly that way because you put it in your most advantaged, position. Say one door open is the loudest your system is. You might think that, man, I don't have a chance. But then you get in the eliminations, and it turns out your competitor only had that edge in one position. And then it turned out that your system was more versatile because you could get away with opening both doors and get away with that,
Right.
So that's kind of a introductory to that. And I want to get people more familiar with that because at first it's a little confusing, like Doug said. So that's something we're going to be going over, and I'll be teaching more people. But I personally really enjoyed that class, and I've set some records there, and it's a good class. I currently hold the record in one of those. So
okay, so I will tell you, I'm DB drag, always been DB drag. when base boxing came into development, I actually started doing base boxing here on the West Coast at Autorama. I don't know if you were at that one or not.
Yeah, I've been to those. Yep.
Okay, so I used to do base boxing, and then we started up the Cyclone class. So then that became kind of a conflict of interest. So I stepped away from doing IASCA and base boxing, and now just solely focus on DB drag. Considering
Right.
we have 5 formats that somebody can compete in. You have DB drag, which is how loud you are. You have base race, which is controlling your system. Anybody can compete in. We have top dog. Anybody can control their system and compete. And like I said, those are just tons of fun. Then we have our demo class, which is Cyclone, and then our 5th one is the Power Wheels for the little kids. Hey, build
Yeah, that's
something for your
fun.
little kids. Come on and have fun. Don't you guys have a Power Wheels in the IASCA also?
I believe so. I haven't done any of that yet. I haven't introduced that to my shows. I know Mecca does that.
Oh, is it Mecca?
Yeah, Mecca does that.
Okay.
I know Travis is working on getting some more variety of classes. So eventually, I think things are going to kind of progress with Ayaska, and so I've kind of been working with him on that. But at the moment, I don't have any of that going on with my events.
Okay. So, where can someone see what events? I mean, everybody knows they can come to Sonic FX on Facebook or to sonicfxaudio.com or to turnpro.com and see all the DB drag events. Where can they go to find out about your events, Ray?
I have a Facebook page I just put together. It's called Ayaska California, and what I do there is I'll post up my personal events, or I'll share other events, kind of like Surf City. It's not my event, but it's an Ayaska event that I'm judging. So I'll share that on that page, so you'll kind of see those come on there, and then I also will upload the results. So I'll be, after this, uploading results from Saturday, so that everyone can kind of see where they landed. Also, you can go on ayaska.com. That will have the calendar on there. It'll have the top 10s, the world records, all the results, the rule book. I always tell everyone, please go over there to get the rule book before coming to me. With every question, you should familiarize yourself. And then for Mecca, if I'm doing Mecca, that's mecca.com. So those are kind of the go-tos, but you can get me on Ayaska California on Facebook.
All right. Hey, I want to say thank you for this weekend, and thank you for coming on here, and hopefully some
Appreciate
people
it.
see some stuff. And like I said, I encourage everybody to try everything. If you get an opportunity, try Ayaska. It may be a blast for you. It might not be your cup of tea, but you won't know unless you try, right? All right, so Ray, we're going to get you out of here, and we're going to bring in Josh Tatu next. So, hey, once again, thank you for coming. Lucky, anything you got
Thank
with
you,
him
guys.
real quick?
There was actually a bunch of questions, but I think I'll talk to him in person about it. It was more about like his system and everything and what he's doing now and stuff like that. I will say this though, I did the base boxing one time at the what was it, Ray Argon shop, and that was fun. That was awesome. I loved it. It reminded me of the whole base race thing. And Cyclone. Loved it. Had a lot of fun. So, but yeah, I couldn't get too much out there, but we'll talk in person or whatever.
Yeah, I'll see you. I didn't get to see you Saturday, so
Yeah, I saw you, but I seen you and
yeah.
Josie were like really, really busy. So I was like, okay, I'll just step back a little bit, let them do their thing. So
Yep. Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey,
right on.
have fun with that young lady. I've been married to my wife now 30 years, and telling you, you need 2 more jobs. You gotta go Jamaican now.
Oh man, I'm on 3 right now, so
Telling you, women ain't cheap.
5.
That's right. 5 job, man. 5 job. You lazy.
5 job.
All right, sir. Have a good
right,
day,
thank you,
sir.
guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
Talk to you later, Ray.
All right, bye.
All right, see ya.
All right, so we're bringing Joshua in here right now. All right, Josh Tatu with Rack and Roll Billiards.
Hold on. Let me fix that.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
There he is. He's got Smash in the background.
What's up, guys?
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that. And that is a very, very fine hat you're wearing there, sir.
That's right. DC, baby.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so go ahead, Doug. What you got?
Hey, Josh. So, like I've been telling people, Josh's heart and soul is into these shows that we've absolutely committed to in the Reno area. We're going to be at Baldini's Casino. Tell us a little bit about what you've helped generate in that area with what's going to happen this weekend.
Mostly really just staying in touch with all you guys. And I think the biggest thing really is been the build with Smash. Everything we've done with this truck in the last 6 months has brought a lot of guys together, regardless of who thinks what of anybody. A lot of these guys are going to be at the show, man. And the other thing is too is that we are helping other guys out here learn how to install bass knob, get their systems running correctly so we can do bass race, top dog, 5K wall, cyclone, any of those brackets. So we've got a handful of guys that are going to show up that are new and they're pumped, dude.
Yep, I was there to witness some of that Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it's definitely a cool thing you're doing. I just want to point out Tiffany Paris from Barbados. So that's pretty close to Jamaica. She goes, after the show, we're going to have to work on your Jamaican impressions, Doug. So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm not an impressionist. So, but
that's
yes,
a good way to get out of that.
Yeah.
And what up to Tiffany and Tristan, his family out there? What up?
Yes. And in case you guys don't know, there used to be a show on TV called In Living Color, and they used to have a thing where people would go to court and say, "You lazy man, only got 5 jobs."
Yeah. Yeah. Only got 6 jobs. You lazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where that came from. But that's early '90s TV, and I know not everybody was around at that time.
So my wife was around for that time and still hates those shows, man. I try to. I was raised on all those old shows and Sanford and Sons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, the Jeffersons, all those shows, man. I put them on for my wife, and she just, she grew up Mormon. They weren't allowed to watch all the stuff that I grew up on. I put stuff on for her. She just, what, really? I'm like, oh, my God. You done messed up. You missed out. But anyway. Back to what we're doing.
Yeah. So you've been in contact with Cars and Coffee, some car clubs. What have you been contacted with there?
There's a lot of guys in those groups that they just they know my truck. So when we pull up at these places with our trucks, or Shane Merritt's Mustang, any of us audio guys, usually we get a small handful of guys that'll come and visit us, and they're super interested in what we do and love the music.
Mm-hmm.
So whether we get a small handful of those guys here or we get a big handful of those guys here, they're all welcome. And I told any of them, I mean, as far as even just showing up and having lights for your car this weekend that look nice, or a car that just looks clean, everybody's welcome, especially kids and wives and family. I know it's a little bit later show, but this is the deal, man. I've got a kid. I've got a wife. I know Lucky has a kid. And we like to bring our families to the show. So we're trying to get more family involvement. I know that,
Were you
so
in here
there's a lot of families that hang out in those clubs. Yeah.
Were you here in the beginning of our show tonight?
I jumped in a little bit short, man.
Okay.
A little bit
after.
after.
That's
yeah.
totally fine. Because our first guest tonight, Brandy, she's got a husband and 4 kids that she intends to bring to the show in Reno.
Oh, right on.
So
I heard that part later on.
Good.
Dude, I was actually really happy that there was someone even coming from California.
Right.
I mean, you never know. It could be big, it could look big, but 10 of us show up or 300 of us show up, so to know that a woman that's competing
and installed her own stuff.
Installed their own stuff. I heard that is coming all the way from California with her family is huge, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's
great. That's kind of stuff I like right there.
And then you mentioned to me you were gonna do something also. You were gonna bring your truck for a reason, or what were you talking about with the rack and roll truck?
Oh, we always man, I've got an array of tools on my truck, and I just, having the rack and roll billiard truck there is mainly for anybody who needs a wrench. Maybe I got a box of wires right here, some fuses, stuff like that. Maybe someone needs something on the fly for competing. Having the truck here locally with all the tools is something that I'm willing to just donate to everybody. Obviously can't have my tools, but
No.
you can use them. So yeah, I mean, we want to come with that stuff. Being local, I want to make sure that anybody, if they need a wrench, they have one. That's all.
No, and that's a huge thing. Amplifier screwdriver, a
Right.
Allen wrench to reinsert wires. Fuses are absolutely huge. So
Correct.
I mean, it's just we appreciate you bring that out there, and if you do borrow something, please make sure you get it back to Josh. I know.
Oh, he'll get it back. He'll get it back. Let me tell you, I was there this Sunday, and I'll tell you what. As soon as we were getting going, he's like, "Where's the 13 at? Where's 13 at?" I mean, he's on it. He knows
on
what
it?
tool. He knows what tool went out, and it better come back. I was like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. So it'll come back.
Yeah,
Oh, it will.
I'm a carpenter by trade, and I'm very familiar with people borrowing tools. And I don't think people intend to keep them, but sometimes, oh, dude, they set it down and forgot and drove off.
And
Yep.
just like smokers, that need to borrow a lighter. Next thing you know, that's
It's
why.
cool. I won't forget.
Hey, do you know why I don't smoke cigarettes? Because I won't be able to afford the lighters.
Yeah.
Every smoker I know always missing a lighter. Every one of them. That's kind of stupid, but whatever.
So I know we're gonna have the some low riders out there, definitely low and glow type thing. We start at 4 p.m. The reason we had to move it back from 6 to 4 is the city needs us to be complete with the event by 10. Now that doesn't mean you
Correct.
can't still be there or whatever, but the event has to conclude by 10 p.m. So we moved it back to 4 p.m. So that's plenty of time. Even if we have 60 entries, I can get the event done in that time. I'm hiring some help, and that should be fine.
I just want to mention to everybody, Reno's a 24/7 town. We're a gateway.
Absolutely.
We're a gateway town, and so as soon as the show ends at Baldini's, it's just starting to crack down there downtown. So we go downtown with our rides, and we hang out with a lot of the lowriders down there. We'll do a little bit of cruising. We try not to be too disrespectful, but there is park and play spots down there where the cops don't mess with us. Once we hit closer to midnight, normally you want to scat and get out of there. But there's all kinds of stuff here in Reno. I mean, from gambling to going up to the lakes. It's supposed to be really nice this weekend. So, bring your shade tent, bring a cooler of water and food, whatever you need while you're down there at the show. Just be ready, because it's going to be nice. Actually, we're doing a night show, so it's going to be perfect. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. There's bowling to do in Reno too.
Oh yeah, bowling, arcades, dude.
Yes.
You name it, it's down here. Pool.
Yep.
I can tell you where to go play pool, where I've done the pool tables. Okay, so.
Do you do the pool tables at Coconut Bowl?
No, there's somebody down there that does them, but he is actually pretty good. Whoever's doing those tables does all right. They do need to have stuff updated.
There's a lot of pool tables there, so I just
Yeah,
like 8 or
Coconut
9,
Bowl's perfect.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
a
then
great family spot, right?
Yeah. You have track cars down there, the little go-kart things. There's all kinds
indoors
of,
and outdoors, both.
Yeah.
So we are at Baldini's Casino, and we appreciate the use of their lot. They're going to come out. They're going to bring trash cans and all the other stuff with it. But remember, they're sponsoring the event, and with them sponsoring the event, it'd be nice if you guys went inside. Like if you guys are going to go out to eat or whatever, their restaurant in there is actually really cheap, because it's it's the local casino, right? Am I?
It's
right?
actually good food.
Yeah. Stephen Talbot. Oh, that's Team Send It, Stefan. He says, or Vic, whatever. They're all the same. All them Team Send It guys are the same.
All 58 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, they got 100 now.
I got something for those guys. Watch. I'm gonna show them right now. Look, check it out.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
What's
over here?
up?
Wait, what's
Yeah.
up? What?
What? Team DC in the house, baby.
So Stefan says he'll be in Vegas this weekend. Otherwise, he would be coming. And like I said, it's a big deal to come participate. We're gonna block out about 150 spots for everybody. You can do your low and glow. You can do, just come out, have a good time. I'm gonna hire, like I said, we are really gonna have. We're gonna have a good event there. Josh has really put out a lot of flyers. We ordered 300 flyers. How many do you think you got out, Josh?
I got 75% of those out. Actually, I'm going to be handing the rest of these out tomorrow. And I know that we had a conflicting date with the Sky High Barbecue.
Yep.
So I know that July 24th date may change. I don't know.
It might.
You guys
I put it out there, as everybody knows.
Right.
If he would like us to move it to the Sky High location, anybody that's watching this want to talk to him, more than welcome to. But we will, if he would like, we can move the event to the Sky High Barbecue location.
Right. So anybody who has the July 24th date, it either is going to stick or it's not, per Doug and Wayne Harris there. So
no. Like I said, it's totally up to what's his name, to John Robbie. 100% up to him. If he wants to have it, then the date sticks. If he doesn't want to have it, then we'll move the date to the following weekend.
Yeah, and he expressed, man, to me in a real kind way that, he didn't do that on purpose. It was just he just had set it up, and he actually offered to sponsor a show. If we don't end up doing the show together that night, he will sponsor a show for us when we want, and I told him that I'd connect the dots with him on that. So we got John Robbie will back us on another show if we can't coordinate together that day. So man, I just want to say there's some cars coming out. I'm real happy about Shane Merritt. Y'all got to come see Shane Merritt's Mustang out there. We pulled the fast one on that car. I'll let him tell his story, but I worked so hard the other day with Lucky and me and Joseph, Shane Merritt, Jerry. And they brought their friends. So we had a bunch of cars and a bunch of guys all in my driveway Sunday, and I'm just sore, bro.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what, dude. When I showed up there at like 9 a.m, and Josh came out. We came out the house, and people just started pulling up, and he's just like, all right, everybody, you park here, you park here, you park here. Okay, here's where all the tools are. Okay, let's just get going. And we were bouncing from my car to the other car. When Josh was cutting some of the metal from under my seat, I went over and helped. Who was doing the test tones? Jerry. So a few of them I just met for the first time. So I went over there and helped with the term lab and tried a few tricks with that. As soon as I got done with that, I went over and started doing some of the stuff on my car, the RCAs, and tucking them and pulling them where they needed to be. Like, we were jumping around. And I'll tell you what, when I backed out and I took some pictures of just all of us base heads, some of them new, some of us been there a minute, and all working together, it was just like, oh my gosh, dude.
Man, are you gonna post them or what?
Or
send me some.
It was an
I'd like
awesome
to see
day.
those.
Yeah, so that was the thing I said in my live feed too. I was like, man, I don't know if I should post these or post them when maybe I'll post the pictures of all of us kind of working. There wasn't I don't think there was no pictures of me working. So people were probably like, Lucky didn't do nothing, but in reality it was nobody.
Lucky was you worked, bro.
Hey, according to Dave Bradshaw right here, it says Lucky McGovern was sore from handing out waters and tools all day.
Wow. There's some things I could
Lucky
say.
got dirty. He got dirty, man.
I was working all day, and I didn't leave there until 4:30ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
And we had everything from a Lincoln welder all the way down to grinders and RC wires and step up bits. So, I mean, we were doing real install stuff.
Yeah.
And then we were tuning with Test Lab too. So we were
Term Lab.
We were doing it all, man. The only thing we were missing
on point.
Yeah, and
on point.
Only thing we were missing was an auctioneer up there going, like, got this over there, got this, Josh over here got this. That's all we were missing. Other than that,
we were missing Doug.
Yeah, Doug was the only one missing with his shirt, and throwing out loud names and numbers.
Hey, so I know both of you guys left, or Josh didn't make the show, and Lucky left early. You know, the heat really got to him.
Wasn't just the heat. Normally it's
wasn't?
the heat. So
Okay.
so here's what's been going on, just real quick,
Mhm.
is everybody gets affected differently with COVID. Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
some
that's
people
right.
they barely get sick for a couple days. They don't even, and it's just done. Unfortunately, I was one of the people that till this day, I get home and I'll pass out. I'm fatigued. When I was working Sunday with Josh, I was shaking so bad and my heart was drilling that I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, because and it wasn't because I was working. It was just uh, that COVID did a number on me, man. It's my mind feels like it's going a million miles an hour and my eyes can't keep up. So it did a number on me. So when I went to the show, my intentions were to film, get some footage, do a nice live feed. And I got out there and my brain would not let me focus. And it was just, it's one of those damn COVID side effects. And I talked to the doctor and they're like, some people it sticks with them for a day or two. Some people it takes a couple weeks. You ain't gonna know till it's gone. So that's what that was. And I really feel bad because I wanted to film. You know me, I film all the shows. I love doing the live feeds, but yeah, so it got the best of me, and I had to get out of there. So it really sucked. So I apologize for that.
You'll bounce back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna update everybody on Beat the Boss. So last week I was 0-3. This week I'm 2-3. So our buddy Jeff in here in the chat over here, he likes to think he won, but when you red light, that's a loss. We
Yeah.
still let him play, and we tied. And you can watch that video on Sonic FX on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube and watch it up there. And it's Beat the Boss, and then hyphen, and then whoever I played. So it was Manny, and then the other one is Team Send It Jeff. So
So,
go
So
ahead.
when they
so
read
is that Jeff that has a wall?
Jeff
or
Schultz?
did a six order or something?
Yeah, it looks like a wall in a white car.
Is it Jeff
Yeah.
Schultz?
Yeah, Jeff Schultz, Team Send It Jeff. Well,
Who
he-
is it?
looking
Who,
clean.
who isn't Team Send
I
It?
knew you were
Who
going there.
isn't? Who isn't Team Send It? Man, Tiffany from Bridgetown, Barbados. Are you on Team Send It yet, by any chance? I know that I got nothing but love for you guys. You guys know I'm just teasing you. I got nothing but love for Team.
I love
Send It.
Team Send It, man.
Yeah, they
They're
do it
doing
right.
good things.
They do it right. They're doing good things.
And Dave Bradshaw's someone that I get to call when shit don't seem right, and he'll say the right things. And I'm not saying just the things I need to hear. I mean, he'll put his heart into anything I ask, man. So Team Send It, being ran by Dave Bradshaw, it's just, they're a good team, man. They're just good. They got heart. They care about each other, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Having fun, everybody getting together, and having a blast, helping each other out. They're another team that, if you need something, they're there for you. I was reached out to many times by several of their members, like probably all 138 of them, that, come back, start competing, we'll help you with whatever you need, this and that. Dave Bradshaw offered to come over and give me a back massage a few times. I don't know what that was all about. So, but I did get a message though. I wasn't supposed to say nothing. He DM'd me, but he's actually scared that I'm coming back because he was on top with the whole top dog base race thing. But now that I'm coming back, I got a little bribe to not now that I actually am, so he's a little bit scared. I told him, just calm down, sweetie. You'll be all right.
What makes you think Lucky's the only one to be worried about, Dave?
Hey,
Ooh, I think you just got called out, Dave.
anybody with this on their car, or anybody with this in their system, better watch out for us. We're gonna come get you.
Out.
Better be looking out. But I'll tell you what, though. You know what? What kind of a friendly bet should we make? Like, me and Dave, we had this little thing for a minute. Do we have time on here, Doug? Or are you trying to shut this down real fast?
No, we go a few more minutes.
We need since this is public and all, this isn't be out there. I know at one time he said, you know what? If he wins, I have to wear a Team Send It uniform and take off the DC uniform, right? I said that'll never happen. It'll never happen. I don't care what it is, it'll never happen. But what can we do? What kind of bet can we make? Maybe have some shirts pre-made that Lucky's my daddy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or
Oh
something crazy
my
that you
God.
got that
Or
you have
Team
to wear.
DC spanked my
Yeah,
backside,
hey,
right?
something like that,
just
right?
real simple.
Yeah.
I got
Team send
spanked
it.
by Team DC. I
Yeah,
got
Hey,
spanked.
I got spanked by Team DC. I got
Yeah.
spanked by Team Send It,
Yeah, and
and
then
they have to wear it for the next show.
the next show
Complete.
all day, the whole
I
show,
like it.
right?
I
Yeah.
like it.
So if he does win, I'll be sick. Right that day, I'm gonna be sick.
I'll
No.
buy the shirts.
Hey, I think that would be funny. We got to come up with something though. But yeah, don't be scared, Dave. I know you heard that your score was like a record. Oh yeah, it's Ayahuasca now or Mecca, whatever you was talking about. Don't go running now that I'm coming back. Look, sugar. Look, sweetie. Let me just tell you, stay. Just take
You're
this
getting a lot of
spanking.
attention on the Sonic FX, Dave. A lot of attention.
Yeah.
No, he knows I love him, man. I love him. He cooks good food and makes me good sandwiches. I love him. Anyway.
Yeah, so we were
Keeps your house
testing.
clean.
Yeah.
We were
Oh
so
my God.
we were doing a bunch of tuning in Smash today. I was so lucky when you after you finished doing your wires and you played your mids, the
Uh-huh.
DC Neo mids. Man, I just couldn't believe how good those things sounded, man. I loved it. So this is the deal. I sat in my driveway for half the day figuring out why.
Why?
And I got into why I have the same setup.
No, I know, but what
So
what
why
happened?
why
What'd you
did
figure
yours
out?
sound so many better, right? So
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
much
why?
better.
What
So
happened?
this is the deal. I got in there and there were some things, man. The RCAs weren't correct
Okay.
on that.
Mhm.
So
I'll
if
help you out that one next time.
So listen, I'm gonna explain this because it can get confusing, right? Just listen.
You
So
already
when you-
lost me. Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
So the RCAs that go left and right from the back of the deck
Gotcha.
back to the amp, and then you use splitters, right? So what the guys did, or what we did, was we took and plugged our splitter into the left, and we put it on left and right when that should have been on left
Just
only.
left only.
Okay,
right.
gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I had
Gotcha.
fixed that, and then I turned around and I got into tuning, and I had noticed that my mids were on high pass filter only.
Oh, see.
So
Okay.
that was a problem. So I went and fixed that, and then I went and got into all my test tones and my hertz, and they're slapping just like
So
yours, bro.
so are you full range now, or did you?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. See, because that's
Yeah.
I this just sound is preference. You know what I mean? There's some
Yes.
people
Yeah.
that they call it bright. They like that high pitch, and the
Yeah.
screeching. I fucking hate that. There's nothing more annoying than having a car pull up next to you and it's just screeching so loud. So that's why I like mine when I dial in my amp, and it's not even dialed in yet. So what you heard, that ain't even been dialed in yet. That's
Right.
just slapped together. Okay, we'll leave it at that. When I dial it in, I turn my bass completely off as if I don't even have bass, as if I don't have subs or
As
any of
I
that.
did today.
And
As
I
did
tune my
today.
amp to where, because a lot of people say this, turn your bass all the way off your highs because your bass back there is going to do it. Nope, I don't like that. I like to adjust my door speakers to sound good and have that mid bass in it as well, and then I'll turn up my bass back there as needed. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't like that high pitch shit. I hate it. Ugh.
So just to add to what you're saying, I'm able to balance everything just to my pro tweeters, and
Right.
then to the mids. I can
Yep.
shut the pro tweeters off, and then get that all sounding perfect, which it sounds beautiful now, and then bring my bass in, obviously. So I do have another 1754 to update for everybody. We will do videos. I don't know that it'll be done by the show, but it's in the works right now. So it's actually going to get louder.
Yeah, and not only that, I do that. Just to put this out there, I do the same thing when I mess with my bass with my subs. I turn my highs completely off, my door speakers completely off, because with both of them going, you're going to get a different sound.
Correct.
So I turn my door speakers off and then adjust my bass, get everything dialed in. Turn my
I
bass
found that
off.
the best way to roll, and then when you blend it
Yeah.
all in, it just it does
Yes.
come together, because you can
Yep.
pick up where you left off. So I'll
Right.
pick up with my mids where I left off with my highs.
Right.
And then my mids, depending on how many mids you have, will blend in with your subs. I mean, we're SPL guys, man, so we'll drown anything out. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I got an update coming. we're fixing to fix that. You say we can't do sound quality and SPL at the same time? Gonna find out.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we're well over the hour mark right now. I am going to talk real quick. So this weekend coming up, we're at Baldini's Casino, 4 p.m. in Reno, Nevada, actually Sparks, Nevada. And then the following weekend, we will be back again. That'll be Friday night, and that's in Fresno at Jay's Alarms. So Jay's Alarms, that'll be Friday night. We have that show coming up that follows that one. After that, I will be going to Slamology. So we'll be in Slamology after that event. That's the 11th and 12th, I believe. And then we have Reno again, and that will be the July show. Now, whether we move it, or I'm sorry, we have a late June show. That'll be the third weekend, a third Saturday in June will be Reno, which will be the June show for Baldini's again. So we have all those shows set up right now. They're on the calendar. You can check out Ray Pimley's shows where he suggested you check those out. Let's see. So that's what we got going on right now. Hopefully you guys like the way I changed some stuff up on my display. So how we're doing the shows now. I know it was difficult to see the names, and hopefully with the new thing where I put the names up there a little bit bigger, spread the people out a little bit. Next week I'll have the videos going. Remember, check us out on iHeartRadio, like and share. Like us on Facebook. Also hit the notification bell on either YouTube or Facebook, because if you don't hit the notification bell, it won't notify you. So you need to like our page, hit the notification bell. That's on the Sonic FX page. Go to YouTube, subscribe, join, do whatever you want to do. I can't monetize YouTube until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm a long ways away. So if you guys are watching this, hey, go hit my Sonic FX. It's Sonic FX Doug on YouTube. You can see all the videos there. Like and share any of this to my pages, to from iHeartRadio, iTunes. Share this out. Let the world see what we do, and hopefully we can get more new people here and that have any fun. Any last words from you, Josh?
Well, look at this. Hold on. I just figured it out. Look at my name here. Bam.
Oh yeah, no, I got you.
I just found that,
Josh, right above your head. You can't see it, but it's online.
Yeah, so just want to shout out to you guys and ask for support, man. Out here in Reno, a lot of the California basehead brothers that are out there. I know a few of you are doing your builds right now, but anybody who comes down here, Team Send It, anybody who comes down here to compete and show support over here in Reno, it's going to be a big deal to me and our local community, because we do need the support. And this is the deal, man. It's going to get bigger. Yep. You know, so get in right now, because later, you know, it's nice to be part of something when you're building it. Yeah. You know, and we are building something here that I don't know that it's been here yet.
It has, but it went away a long time ago.
It's been a long time, and I've heard the stories. I've heard the stories of back when Rusty and everybody was doing stuff at the racetracks, and like we're bringing that back for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, the whole purpose of all this is to just bring more competitors, bring people that are into car audio together, work together, help each other, and spread the word. If anybody loves loud stereos, if that's your thing, trust me, you will want to come to a competition. You're going to want to join in and hang out around other people that are into car audio. So that's like the sole purpose of what we're doing with this. That's the sole purpose. Talk about the competitors from the days, you know, back way before I was even competing, all the way down to the guys and girls who just started competing, you know. So
we'll be going into California more. Now Smash is completely done. I've got this little update I'm going to do on it, but everything from the exhaust all the way to the stereo is just down.
Are you talking about the valve stems you put on the other day, or the?
No, the $1,600 fucking cat.
Oh yeah! Wow! Ouch.
Any last thoughts from you, Lucky?
Yeah, make sure to go to Lucky McGovern on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Check out some videos. a lot of the videos you're going to see, I haven't uploaded in quite a while. I was uploading the Basehead Diary videos. I stopped. It was like taking forever to upload them. But if you want to see anything from the Basehead Diary videos, or if you want to see stuff from installs, hair tricks, shows that I've been to, competed at, just scroll down past all the Basehead Diary stuff. But leave some comments, you know, and tell me what you think. And yeah, Lots of Watts is my new Basehead apparel brand, merchandise, and all that will be coming out soon. Obnoxious Sounds also. So thanks to Doug for helping me design that. By the way,
They look pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, other than that, man, thank you guys for watching and chiming in. Like Doug said, make sure to go to Sonic FX and join that group, because that's where we'll be able to see your comments and your questions. If you're not joining in from there, we can't see what you're saying. So,
Yep.
Dave Bradshaw, make me a sandwich.
All right, guys. Once again,
All
thank
right.
you for being here. Wayne tells me by Wednesday he'll make a huge announcement for DB Drag. You guys, East Coast, West Coast, nationally, whatever. Definitely going to be interested in hearing what he has to say this Wednesday. A lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that's going to make a lot of people really happy. So,
Awesome.
get involved with DB Drag, get involved with Iasca, and do what you can. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and we are out of here.
Oh, left.